Hi, thank you everyone. So I think probably all of you have heard this story about how messaging is increasing exponentially and how it overtook social networks in the beginning of 2016 and how chat user interfaces are going to be the next big thing after touch user interfaces and graphical user interfaces. And you have these Gartner studies explaining how 70% of all communication will be automated through chatbots by 2022, and how it's an exponentially growing market up to more than 6 billion by 2026, and how it will replace 6% of the entire workforce and will be in total a cost saving of $7 trillion. But then you go online and you start using chatbots. And honestly, I think all of you, at least if you're honest, have had this experience. Quite often you have chatbots that don't understand what's going on, or if you made a mistake and you correct your mistake, it just breaks. So if it's like that, this chat user interface kind of thing is never happening. We're not going to go into the next UI kind of thing. We need to change this. So I think we should ask ourselves the question, why do chatbots suck? What's wrong with them? And there are two main reasons. One of them is the AI part, and the other one is the human part. But let's dig into the AI part. So the early chatbots, since the 60s, they worked with keywords. But if you have sentences with two different keywords, like in this case, you have a billing service or a subscription service, you don't know where to go to. So these keywords things didn't work very well, and we moved to natural language processing or natural language understanding. But even if you start comparing all these models of natural language understanding, you see that there is a big difference between them. We did these experiments and our clients did the same experiments independent from us, and for some reason Microsoft Lewis is always on the bottom. So on average they made a mistake in 1 out of 5 cases, so they were only 80% correct. So it means that for every 5 users that say something to a Microsoft Lewis bot, 1 mistake is made. On the other hand, IBM Watson and Google Dialflow do a bit better, and Chatlayer, my company, we have a 93% accuracy. But it's very important to pick the right NLP because you have many problems there. And the big cloud platforms, they claim that they only work well up to 100 intents, maybe a bit more, but many of our customers have 2,000 and more intents. Then there are the bad expressions. Many bad expressions are created, so if you make a lot of examples with the same words in it, like why is my bill so? Well, obviously the algorithm will only recognize these words, and if you have a completely different sentence, it will no longer work. So it's very important that you have a diverse set of expressions. And these natural language processing algorithms, they work on 2 fronts. One of them is synonym diversity, and then it's moved to a word order diversity system. So you need to take those 2 things into account. And of course, what we added in our platform is a score to help you out to show how diverse your set of expressions is and to point you in the right direction. Now, many platforms also give you a score how well your NLP performs. But what are you going to do if they say it's 67% accurate? You don't know what to do. There is not much information in that. What you want to know is which expressions are misclassified. And if you know that, for example, this expression is misclassified, then you know you need to do something about it. But then the question is, what should I do with it? And if your platform doesn't explain you what to do with it, you have issues again. So what you need to do with this expression is a sensitivity analysis and try to figure out which words caused this intent to be wrongly classified. And if you know it's because of the word bill, it's quite easy. You can just explain to your user, okay, it's because of the word bill, try using expressions without the word bill in your billing service, or try using more expressions with the word bill in your subscription expression. And what often doesn't happen is people launch a chatbot, but they don't look at the conversational flows. They don't look at how most people use the chatbot, where people drop off, and where the chatbot doesn't understand. You need to really dig in and try to figure out where errors happen, and that often doesn't happen. And then there is sentiment analysis. many bots get used a lot, but at some point, somewhere throughout the conversation, there's probably a case where a lot of your users, like 60% in this simple example, a lot of your users are very unhappy in that part of the conversation. So then you know that at least in that part, you need to change your bot. And it often doesn't happen. Of course, humans also make a lot of mistakes. We all know these annoying pop-ups. Honestly, just don't do it on your main page. Do it on a specific page where the chatbot is useful. But don't annoy your users. They will hate chatbots forever if you do something like that. And try to make it not so intrusive. Try to be helpful and not like Clippy being very annoying. Of course, there are use cases that are not suited for chatbots. General idea is make sure it's a situation where you need instant response, where there's a huge cost saving, because there you can do some effort to make a good chatbot, and make something that's fit for conversation. Many chatbots, they're just like filling out a form, but a form might not be the ideal thing, because forms are probably a lot easier to fill out than go through a chat conversation. And then we come to actually the most important part of all chatbots, and that is conversational design. And to be honest, you can actually cover up bad AI with good conversational design. Sad thing for us, because we're an AI platform, but it requires a lot of work, but given enough work, you can make sure that your chatbot works quite well. If you're not invested in good conversational design, you're by definition screwed. But what we're working on is AI-supported conversational design. So basically, if you make a mistake as a user, we will have services that automatically recognize that you're trying to correct your mistake and correct it for you. You don't have to design custom flows for it, and we try to help out our users to make it really easy. So, to end my talk here, of course, chatbots, most of them still suck, but we at Chatlayer, we can help you out to make a better chatbot, to make sure your chatbot actually works in production. And also, please come visit us at our booth. We have very nice Belgian chocolate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pieter.